Welcome to another deep dive, everybody. Today we're going to be tackling Canibus, specifically his track, Genabis.
Awesome.
This will be a fun one. For those of you who maybe haven't heard this one, get ready for some lyrical acrobatics from Canibus.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to unpack the metaphors, the meaning behind the rhymes, and really dig into why Canibus is considered by so many to be a master wordsmith.
Yeah, and if you want to go even deeper after this deep dive, we'll point you to some great resources at the end.
Absolutely. Now, what I find fascinating about Genabis is it's so much more than just a song.
Oh, for sure.
It's almost like he's building his own mythos around his rhymes.
Totally. It's like he's crafting his own world, and he starts building this from the very first verse.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's drawing a parallel between his process of writing rhymes and the biblical creation story.
Oh, wow. That's a great point.
He's not just putting words together, he's crafting something out of nothing.
Wow.
And that idea of meticulous creation, of taking something void and shaping it into something complex and meaningful, is really at the core of Canibus's lyrical approach. And he even spells it out directly, he says. Compress complex verbiage in the least amount of space.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's pure Canibus. Just so dense, so technical.
It's a mission statement for his entire style.
Absolutely. And speaking of packing meaning into things, let's move on to the chorus. We are introduced to these alter egos, Genabis, Exibus, Levitabus.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, right away, he's invoking this sense of grandeur, of cosmic power.
Absolutely.
It's not just Canibus the rapper anymore. It's something so much bigger.
Definitely. And I think he is very deliberately trying to elevate himself beyond that typical rapper persona.
Right.
It's like he's tapping into some ancient force, something beyond just what we normally see in hip-hop.
Yeah, it's like he's reaching into another dimension or something.
It really does feel that way. And these names, they almost sound like biblical figures, right?
They do, yeah.
There's definitely a biblical connection there, maybe with hints of Exodus, Revelation, even prophecy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that line, I read the cosmos, what God wrote predicted as much.
Yeah.
He is positioning himself as someone who sees beyond the surface, who understands a deeper truth, and that it was almost like it was preordained.
It's a bold statement. I mean, he's laying down a challenge to anyone who dares to kind of step into his lyrical arena.
Yeah, he's not playing around.
No.
And in verse 2, he really does step into the arena with full force. The metaphors he uses are so vivid, so powerful. It's almost overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like witnessing a lyrical supernova.
Okay, this line always blows my mind. Bullet deflectors incinerate you whole in 1 second.
Yeah.
Just the imagery alone is incredible. It's like he's weaponizing his rhymes.
Yeah.
Turning them into these destructive forces.
Absolutely. It's pure lyrical aggression.
Yeah.
And it's not just for show. He backs it up, like with lines like, flow is untested, those that I've threatened fold under pressure.
Yeah, he's coming at you.
He's not just battling other rappers. It feels like he is obliterating them.
Yeah.
With the sheer force of his words.
And that's what I think makes Canibus so fascinating, though. It's not just about brute force. It's about this intricate wordplay.
Yes.
And the layers of meaning that he packs into every single verse.
For sure.
And that's where he really shines, I think, in verse 3, where we see this different side of Canibus, the intellectual, the artist, the scholar. It's like he's setting out to prove he's so much more than just a battle rapper.
Exactly. And he goes beyond just these cosmic battles and dives into a world of Elizabethan drama, Victorian tapestry, even Nazca desert drawings.
It's a lot to take in.
These references are so diverse, it's like he's showing off the range of his knowledge, the depth of his intellect. And this line, I think, really captures that perfectly. He says, the Rosetta Stone of sentences for rap music's tentative. Yeah. He's not just rhyming.
Right.
He's trying to elevate rap to a higher art form, to decipher its complexities and unlock its true potential.
He's positioning himself as a pioneer, as somebody who is pushing the boundaries of what rap can be.
For sure. And he backs it up with such incredible complexity, like the line, the standard ideological definition of a rap model puts Canibus in scholarly periodicals. He knows he's not fitting into the typical rapper mold.
Yeah.
He's creating his own lane, and it demands a deeper level of engagement from the listener.
And that's what makes this deep dive so interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Canibus isn't trying to spoon-feed you anything. He's challenging you to keep up, to think critically, and to engage with his lyrics on a much deeper level.
Yeah.
And for those who are willing to put in the effort, it's truly rewarding. But let's be honest, I mean, not everyone has the time or the inclination to go do a deep dive into every single reference he's throwing out there.
For sure.
So for our listeners who are maybe feeling a little overwhelmed, let's try and take a step back. and distill some key takeaways about Canibus's lyrical style in Genabis.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. I think one of the most important things to understand is that for Canibus, wordplay isn't just this stylistic flourish.
Yeah.
It's a way of thinking, a way of engaging with the world. He sees connections between these seemingly disparate concepts and weaves them together into these intricate tapestries of language.
Yeah, like he's a master puzzle maker, creating these elaborate word puzzles for us to solve.
Exactly. And he's incredibly self-aware of his skills and how he's perceived within the rap world. We see that in verse 3 with the line, "The standard ideological definition of a rap model puts Canibus in scholarly periodicals." He's acknowledging that his style is often seen as more academic, more intellectual than what you typically expect from a rapper.
And it's like he's totally embracing that perception. It's to his advantage. Like, yeah, I'm smart, I'm complex, and I'm not afraid to challenge you with my lyrics.
Absolutely. And I think that's part of what makes him so fascinating. He's not trying to fit into any predefined box. He's creating his own lane, pushing the boundaries of what hip-hop can be.
Whether you agree with his approach or not,
Yeah.
you have to respect the sheer level of dedication and craftsmanship that goes into his work.
Oh, yeah.
The guy is a walking dictionary,
For sure.
and he knows how to use every single word to its fullest potential.
And that's something that really comes across in Genabis. The way he blends science, history, philosophy, pop culture into these dense, multi-layered rhymes.
Oh, but yeah.
It's truly remarkable. It's not just about rhyming words. It's about creating a whole universe of meaning within each verse.
And it's not just the words themselves, it's how he delivers them. His flow is so precise, so controlled.
Oh, yeah.
It almost feels like he's spitting out equations instead of rhymes.
Absolutely. His cadence, his emphasis, the way he pauses and speeds up, it all adds to the impact of his lyrics. It's like he's orchestrating a symphony of words.
Creating this sonic landscape that's both intricate and impactful. And, for those of you who want to really dig deeper into the world of Canibus and lyrical analysis, I highly recommend checking out the C Radio podcast and the Rippers Unite YouTube channel. They offer some fantastic insights into the art of wordplay and the complexities of Canibus's style.
Those are excellent resources. They really provide a space for fans and scholars alike to dissect and appreciate the layers of meaning embedded within Canibus's lyrics.
Yeah, sometimes you need a guide to navigate through the dense forest of Canibus's rhymes.
Absolutely.
It's not always easy listening, but it is definitely rewarding if you're willing to put in the effort, and these resources can really enhance that experience.
Oh, for sure. They provide context and insight that can really enrich the listening experience. So if you're feeling inspired to delve further into this lyrical universe of Canibus, those are definitely great places to start.
Yeah.
But even if you just stick with Genabis, there's enough there to keep you busy for a while.
Right. It's a song that demands to be dissected, debated, and ultimately appreciated for its sheer audacity and lyrical brilliance.
What always strikes me about Canibus, and especially in Genabis, is his unwavering confidence.
Oh,
He truly believes in the power of his words, and he's not afraid to express that belief in the most bold and uncompromising way possible.
exactly. And that's what makes him such a compelling figure, even if you don't always agree with his approach or fully grasp every single reference he throws out there.
Yeah.
He's an artist who demands your attention, challenges your preconceptions, and ultimately expands your understanding of what hip-hop can be.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things I love about these deep dives. We get to explore these complex and challenging works of art, unpack these layers of meaning, and hopefully inspire our listeners to engage with them on a deeper level.
It's all about sparking curiosity, encouraging critical thinking, and ultimately helping our listeners appreciate the power and beauty of language.
I love that.
Me too.
So before the break, we were talking about Canibus's unwavering confidence and how that kind of plays into his unique lyrical style.
Yeah, he's really not afraid to push those boundaries of what hip-hop can be. And that brings us to a question I think a lot of people have when listening to Canibus. Is he a misunderstood genius whose complexity alienated audiences? Or is his style simply just too dense for mainstream appeal?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is a purity in his commitment to his craft.
Right.
This relentless pursuit of lyrical perfection.
Like, he is not watering anything down.
Not at all.
He is not chasing trends. He is not trying to fit into any predefined box. He's staying true to his own vision, even if it means sacrificing commercial success.
Right.
You got to respect that.
Absolutely. But on the other hand, it's understandable why some listeners might find his style a bit alienating.
Right.
Not everyone wants to spend hours deciphering metaphors and researching researching obscure references.
Of course, yeah.
Sometimes you just want something that's easy to digest and enjoy on a surface level.
Yeah, and that's okay. Music is subjective, and what resonates with one person might not connect with another. But I think what's interesting about Canibus is that he forces us to confront our own expectations of what hip-hop can be.
Yeah.
He's challenging that notion that it has to be simple, accessible, or commercially viable to be considered good.
Yeah, I agree. In a way, he's reclaiming the power of language, pushing the boundaries of what's even possible with words. He's not just a rapper, he's a poet, he's a philosopher, he's a wordsmith in the truest sense.
For those who are willing to engage with his work, it's an experience that can really expand your mind and challenge your perceptions of what hip-hop can be.
Absolutely, and ultimately, isn't that what we're all searching for in art? Something that provokes us, inspires us, and leaves us with more questions than answers.
Yeah.
In that sense, Canibus is a true master of his craft.
So for our listeners who are intrigued by Canibus and want to explore his work further, remember to check out the C Radio podcast and the Rippers Unite YouTube channel. They're fantastic resources for anyone who wants to delve deeper into the world of lyrical analysis and appreciate the complexities of Canibus's style.
They offer a wealth of knowledge and insight, and they're a great way to connect with other fans who share a passion for this unique and challenging artist.
As always, we encourage you to revisit Genabis with fresh ears. Pay close attention to the layers of meaning that are embedded within its intricate web of words. Who knows? You might even discover something new that we missed.
That's the beauty of a deep dive like this. It's just the beginning of a journey of exploration and discovery. We hope we've provided you with the tools and inspiration to continue that journey on your own.
Exactly. And until next time, keep your ears open, your minds sharp, and your love for music burning bright.
It's been a really fascinating deep dive into the lyrical world of Canibus, exploring the complexities and nuances of his track, Genabis.
It really has. We've unpacked metaphors, analyzed rhymes, and even debated his place in the hip-hop landscape.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, I'd love to hear your final thoughts on what makes Canibus such a compelling and enduring figure, in the world of music.
I think what stands out to me is his unwavering commitment to pushing the boundaries of language.
Yeah.
He doesn't shy away from complexity. In fact, he embraces it.
He's not afraid to challenge listeners, to make them think, to really work for those layers of meaning. And in a world that often prioritizes instant gratification and surface-level engagement, I think that's incredibly refreshing.
It is. He reminds us that language can be a powerful tool for exploration, for discovery, and for challenging our preconceived notions.
Exactly. Whether you love his style or find it challenging, you can't deny the impact Canibus has had on hip-hop and just the art of lyricism in general. He's a true innovator, a master wordsmith, and somebody who continues to inspire debate and discussion even today.
Absolutely, and ultimately that's what makes this deep dive so rewarding. It's not just about understanding one song or one artist. It's about expanding our appreciation for the power of language and the endless possibilities of artistic expression.
Well said. We hope this journey through the lyrical universe of Canibus has left you with a newfound appreciation for his craft and the depth of his artistry.
And perhaps it's even sparked a curiosity to delve further into the world of lyrical analysis and discover other artists who are pushing the boundaries of music and language.
And if you're looking for a starting point, remember to check out the C Radio podcast and the Rippers Unite YouTube channel. They're fantastic resources for anyone who wants to dive deeper into the world of wordplay and explore the rich tapestry of hip-hop lyricism. And until next time, keep those ears open, minds engaged, and remember there's always something new to discover in this vast universe of music.